Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Dillon with a Blankie channel, where it's another beautiful day to talk about a beautiful mess of a game. Most of you guys seem to be really fond of my 10 worst rentals list, so I decided, why not make another one? Generation 1 of Pokemon, home to 165 unique moves. I'm quite fond of this gen and have spent years cultivating some useless knowledge of it specifically. I've only ever gone one step beyond into what is called Gen 1.5 or Pokémon Stadium. I've never even played Stadium 2, so I'm pure. There are some funny differences between RBY and Stadium, like the 1 in 256 miss glitch is now 1 in 65,000. Or how Focus Energy, which is supposed to double your crit rate, actually cut it in half in RBY, but in Stadium, it was fixed, so it does raise your crit rate, making it a decent move sometimes. As I was thinking to myself about terrible rental movesets, I found myself asking, what are the worst moves in Stadium? Which brings us to this video. I'm going to go over the 10 worst Pokemon Stadium moves. And before we do, let me set the groundwork. First off, any useless moves are off the table. It has to have the potential to do something. So, no Splash, Whirlwind, Roar, and in this case, we're not going to do Transform. That's just too easy. I'll be using examples from Rentalmon across all of Stadium's cups and Castle. Forgive me if I accidentally miss one or two moves on certain rentals. I was going cross-eyed looking at them as it was. I'll be looking at overall usefulness of the move, so type, effect, and priority all will determine its placement. And just like last time, please be mad. It fuels me. Out of the 165 moves that Gen 1 has to offer, what sits at the very bottom begging to be erased from existence? Why don't we check them out? Number 10. Dream Eater. I hate to start my list like this, I really do. Personally, I love Dream Eater. It's great! 15 PP, 100 base power, and it heals us? What's not to love? Dream Eater relies on the target hitting the Honk Shoe, and in Pokemon Stadium that is easier said than done. On the few Pokemon who have Dream Eater, like Hypno and Gengar, their only option for sleep is with Hypnosis, the second worst sleep move in the game, having an accuracy of 60. And if you're playing with them, why aren't you using Psychic? On top of that, you need to deal with Stadium's sleep nerf of Pokemon only being asleep for 0 to 3 turns. So let's say you're faster. Gengar hits the Hypnosis, and hooray, it lands! Now that Pokemon gets its turn. It's fast asleep. Congratulations! You now have Dream Eater opportunity. If you're even luckier, you can get one more Dream Eater off before it wakes up. Or, if you're slower, the opponent hits you, then you land Hypnosis. The Mon gets turn and wakes up. Congratulations, you missed! Oh, and another congratulations, you're wide open and about to learn a valuable lesson today. Another Stadium special we have is Sleep Claws, meaning that once a Pokemon is asleep, you can just swap out, and now everyone's immune to sleep, and your Dream Eater is bricked. Dream Eater just takes way too much setup and can be more unreliable than one-hit KO moves. Do yourself a favor and just stick to damage. Number 9. Rock Throw. This might as well be called Golem's special move, because he's the only rental that has it in both Prime Cup and Gym Leader Castle. Rock Throw has 15 PP and a base power of 50. Rock Throw is one of only 2 rock moves in all of Gen 1. Which is awesome! Super effective against flying, bug, fire, and ice! Here's the thing. Any Mon holding Rock Throw already died to an ice attack. You don't need the extra help against bugs, trust me. Against fire and flying though, it can be really handy. That being said, I don't know who was cooking over at Game Freak, but someone should have stopped him. 65 accuracy is such a shot in the dark to try and hit something that is most certainly outspeeding you. You can't risk it. What's even better is that Rock Slide, the other Rock-type move, is 75 base power and 90 accuracy. Even more on top of that, Rock Slide's a TM, meaning you could teach it to all of these Pokemon! While only Geodude's line and freaking Onix learn Rock Throw by level. Could you imagine if Thunderbolt was 70 accuracy and Thunder 100? That's exactly what's happening here, and it's making me sick. It was eventually fixed in Gen 2 by means of buffing its accuracy to 90%, meaning at least it's usable. But for Stadium, don't even bother learning this one. Just Rock Throw it the fuck away. Number 8. Counter. Counter. One of only 8 fighting type moves with 20 PP, a base power of 1, and 100 accuracy. Counter is a move that will always go second and will deal double the damage that was dealt to it that turn. Sounds great. Oh, what's that? Counter only works against normal or fighting type moves? Now hold on, let's do some Gen 1 math here. There are 165 moves. Of those moves, about 78 are normal types and 8 are fighting type moves. And of those moves, 48 do damage. So roughly 29% of every move in this game can be countered. More than a fourth? That's great!
What's this? Nail the weak spot.
If anyone who had it could f***ing survive. Counter has lowered priority, so it always goes second. So you better hope the move is normal or fighting, because if not, you just gave up a whole ass turn. And dude, counter is everywhere in this game. Pika and Prime have it on Mankey, and Prime Cup also has it on Primate. Gym Leader Castle has this move a lot, being on Hypno, Wartortle, Charmeleon, Hitmonlee, and Mr. Mime. Game Freak was sitting around making these moves and said, just slap counter on that bitch. I kinda see where it can be useful, but come on. In most cases, the opponent is going for special attacks against a mon with counter. And even if in that slim chance a normal or fighting move is used, what are you countering most of the time? Body Slam or Double Edge? You probably already died to it. Oh, oops, I forgot to check Pokécup's list. Looks like Poliwrath, Charmeleon, Machamp, and oh my god! They gave it to Kadabra? Why? What monster? No. What player would give up Kadabra's speed to use counter? Jesus, it even works against ghost types. Whoever programmed counter in Gen 1 hated his job, and that's a fact. I mean, look at this effect description. I'm a Pokemon player. I can't read! All in all, counter is tough to get working for you, but at least it has the potential to do something, which is more than I can say for the next move. Number 7. Psywave. Oh hey, a psychic move. Oh, and reading this description is causing psychic damage to me. Neat! Psywave has 15 PP and a base power of 1. Psywave deals damage from 1 singular damage to 1.5 times the user's level, and in Stadium, will always deal at least 1 damage. What's crazy to me is that this is a TM move, and no Pokemon just learns it, which should show its use. Being capped to 1.5 times the user's level really sets this move back, and being a set damage move, you don't even get to abuse its psychic typing. You might think, hey, maybe at smaller levels it's worthwhile. That's exactly what the Stadium devs are thinking, so in Petite, we have it on Poliwag, Execute, and Abra. In Pokécup, it's on Butterfree, Executor, and Alakazam. Who's doing this? Are you proud of yourself? Okay, so we are level 25 and do the max of 37 damage. Why was this your go-to? Oh, and the best thing, it doesn't even hit all the time. Psywave has 80 accuracy, so you have a 20% chance to miss and a massive range of what the damage could do. At least with counter, you know you're getting double back out of it. With Psywave, though, you're just wasting a turn. There are so many other moves you could teach over this garbage. Just not anything else on this list. Number 6. Smog. You pull up to the car meet in your dirt low Subaru, and as soon as you open the door, you hit everyone with that vape cloud you've been building up the whole ride over. That's pretty much this move. Smog is a 20 PP and 20 base power poison type move. It has a lot going on for it. Since it's poison type, you can be super effective against, bugs and grass. That 20 base power is going to have to pull a lot of extra weight here. But Dillon, I hear you say, it has a 50% chance to poison the opponent. Yeah, and it's 70 accuracy. So 70% chance to hit a 20 base power move into a 50% chance to poison? Why not just Toxic or Sludge? In Rentals, we have a Coughing and Petite Cup with it, and I can see that being somewhat useful. Oh wait, no I don't. Toxic's right there! In both Prime and Poke, it's on Flareon. Really? Like they didn't screw over Flareon enough as an evolution? They also had to disrespect it by letting it keep Smog? Jolteon is faster and has Toxic. The moral of the story here is don't drive a Subaru and don't vape. Number 5. Poison Gas. Why? 55% chance to poison someone? If you're this desperate, just use Smog. You know Toxic is 85 accuracy, and the damage doubles every turn? Poison Powder 75 for Arceus' sake. Rest in peace to the only Pokemon in Prime that has this move. Number 4. Disable. Man, Disable straight up sucks. 20 PP and an accuracy of 55? This move is prevalent in rentals as well. Castle has this on Golduck, Slowbro, and Wigglytuff. We move over to Prime, it's on the same 3, now including Psyduck. And finally in Poké Cup, it's on Golduck and Slowbro again, as well as Alakazam. So Disable's a move. That's it. It's a random move, so if you're hoping to disable something specific, then f*** you. This is Stadium. You better pray it's the move you want to disable. Even then, they still have 3 other moves they can use, and you can't disable again. In Gen 2 on, it gets buffed greatly by simply disabling the last move used, which would be awesome. Remember where you are, though. This is Gen 1. We hate when you play our game, and that's why we have the rest of this list. Number 3. Razor Wind. One of the most insane moves to ever exist in my opinion. Razor Wind is an 80 base power, 75 accuracy move that takes 2 turns to use. It's not even flying type. No, it's normal. 80 base power? Solar Beam and Sky Attack wouldn't even piss in that direction, and if they did, they wouldn't miss like Razor Wind will. As far as I could find, only one Pokemon has this move at all in rentals, and it's one of my favorites, of course. In Poké Cup, Razor Wind is held by Articuno. And why the f would you ever use Razor Wind over Ice Beam or anything else for that matter? Look, if you find yourself teaching the Razor Wind TM to a Pokemon, thinking it might be a good idea and you can use it, do us all a favor, sell that crypto coin your favorite YouTuber convinced you to buy, and don't teach Razor Wind. You're making some questionable choices, and I'm worried about you. In later gens, the crit rate keeps getting buffed, and the accuracy is thankfully changed to 100%. An even better buff the move would receive was being removed from Gen 8 onwards. Truly, Game Freak is doing the Lord's work. Unfortunately, the next 2 moves need more than divine intervention. Number 2. Bide. Trainer? Meet worse counter. You knew it would be here, let's be real. The rest of this list you may not agree with, but nobody in their right mind believes Gen 1 Bide is a good move. Bide is a 10 PP, 100 accuracy normal type move. When you select Bide, you've decided to forfeit whatever Pokemon you had out. Bide takes 2 to 3 turns and will deal double the damage it received during that time onto the opponent. If you let anything survive for those 2 full turns, you deserve the L you are about to receive. This move is everywhere in this game. 15 Pokemon across all formats have it, and they just love to give it to Tauros. I can't even think of how to fix this move. In RBY, you can hit a Pokemon in an invulnerable state with this, so if planned perfectly, you can hit a flying or digging Pokemon. They fixed that in Stadium though, so you'll miss in that scenario, and if you don't get attacked during the idle period, then you just gave the opponent all the time in the world to set up that Parasect's growth to start crushing you with Mega Drain. Oh, and another normal move that can hit ghosts. In Gen 2, the fix they implemented was to stop it from hitting ghosts. Gen 3 made it only a 2-turn instead of 2 to 3-turn move, and in Gen 4, they actually did something, making it always go first, meaning maybe you can survive long enough. After Gen 7 though, they finally fixed it by throwing it in the trash where it belongs.
How about this one? I call it
Bide
Ban.
Ass.
More like belongs in the trash.
Sorry, I must have missed that one.
But you know the only move Bide would actually work on? Number 1, Rage. Good name, because I'm mad thinking about it. Yes, Rage. We can all agree that this is the worst move in the game. If someone uses Rage, that automatically gives you the ability to use Bide and Counter, which is, you know, poetic for this list. Rage is held by 3 Pokemon in rentals. In Castle, Articuno has it, of course. In Petite, Charmander, and finally, Nidoking has it in Poké Cup. Now you might think I'm full of it, but I actually killed a Pokemon from full health using Rage. What did it take? I forgot about that. I thought it was just the speed thing. What? You can't drain a sub? Hold on. Why isn't he using Double Edge?
What'll it do?
Does the AI just read the kill and he's just going for it? Oh my god.
Its rage is unleashed.
there's a distinct difference in the number of remaining Pokémon. The remaining
Did that
Pokémon
really just happen?
3 to 1.
It took breaking the AI. Rage is 20 base power and 100 accuracy, and once you use it, congrats. You finally freed yourself from playing this game. Rage never ends, and every time you take damage while Rage is active, your attack will go up a stage up to 6 stages, and then stop. That's it! The funniest shit I ever read was on Bulbapedia Wiki for this move. If Rage misses an RBY due to an accuracy or evasion check, all subsequent Rages for the match will drop to 0.4%. That's comedy. Unfortunately in Stadium, we don't get to have that kind of fun, so Rage always stays the same accuracy. However, Rage's story doesn't die here like Bide and Razorwind. Oh no, Rage actually goes on to be quite a fun move. In Gen 2 to 7, Rage is no longer automatic, so you must keep selecting it in order to build Rage, and in Gen 8... Oh. So what do you think? Do you agree? Disagree? Do you run all your Pokemon with Bide and Rock Throw? Let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching all the way through. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more, toss me a sub to help support my content. Or check out the Patreon like all these guys did. Thanks everybody. See you next time, and as always, stay cozy.